Hey y'all, it is our first day officially of class, and this is what I'm wearing. I gotta put on some shoes, but just like a t-shirt and some jeans. Probably gonna go to the gym today if I can, because we're trying to figure that out too. Trying to figure out what gym we're trying to go to. But we have lecture from basically 8 to 12. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of my stuff ready, and I'll check in with y'all. What's up, guys? Sorry if this lighting looks bad, but we're outside eating our lunch because we're debating on going to the gym. We finished our lectures today, so we're kind of like doing some foundation stuff. I want to say hey. Hey. We're doing some foundation stuff right now, so it's just like, you know, like microbiology and stuff like that. And we're finished for the day. So typically lectures like from 8 to 12. And it may include like small group or like, you know, like a specific, I guess, topic within like the hours between 8 to 12. So it's not always just gonna be like full on lecture. But we're finished, and we're trying to find a gym in the area. So right now we're just eating because thankfully there was a microwave in this building, which I was so happy for because I was not gonna make it to the gym if I did not eat. So I'll probably see y'all in the gym. Yeah, probably see y'all in the gym. Okay, y'all, we're back from the gym. I went to the gym really quick after class, so we really don't have anything to do, to be honest. I mean, let me sit you down. Right now, we're just going over like the foundation of like some of the sciences, like microbiology, gram staining, and what else were we talking about today? Like DNA replication and transcription and translation. So it's like kind of like a review of like the MCAT and biology, cell biology. And so we don't really have anything left. Let me sit down because I'm going to include how I like do my calendar today. So I have not created one yet, and I meant to have this done already, but I had prior obligations, you know, and so I didn't really get a chance to. But luckily this week is pretty slow, so I'm gonna go over my calendar with you all, go over how I'm like writing my stuff down and how I am keeping track of everything that has to be done. That's what I'll do today. And yeah, but for the most part this week is pretty slow so far. It's only Monday, so what am I talking about? But so far, I mean, it's just pretty slow. Like tomorrow is gonna be pretty slow. They're easing us into the curriculum. So like for some schools, you know, they'll start, boom, biochemistry, and we're gonna go hard. But for us, it's like pretty chill. They're gonna move us in. We'll do principles of medicine for a little bit, and then we'll move into like the immune system, and then we'll go into some other things, and we'll actually hit like the body systems, like cardiology, hematology, things like that. So I'm gonna take a quick shower, drink this protein shake, and I'll probably meet y'all back to do work on this calendar, and we'll go from there. So I meant to say this earlier, I'm about to start editing, and if you are new here, welcome to the channel. Thanks for picking me to watch, and you will not regret the content that you are about to see. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, hey y'all, what's up? Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell so you're notified every time that I post a video.
You can either sit and be with all of these haters be on you. Wanna say like me, yeah. Or if you call and you talk to a girl, I'll share my world with you.
So right now what I'm doing is I am creating a schedule for myself. We have like a lot of different moving parts, and I just want to get everything organized so I'm not missing anything. This is not something that, you know, you can do off the top of your head. This is not something, medical school is what I mean. This is not something that you can do off the dome, you know, just, oh, you know, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. You really gotta plan, because at least at my school, there are a lot of moving parts. It's easy to forget something that you should have been doing. It's easy to forget a quiz or a problem set that's due. So I'm going to make sure that I write down everything that I need. I'm going to be using Google Calendars for this. So I'll walk you guys through everything that I did. So right now I'm just looking at my Canvas, because my Canvas has everything that I need just throughout the whole entire month, I guess. When it comes to lecture, we have a course called Patient-Centered Care, where you're actually learning to be a doctor, and we have different small groups as well as labs. And so all of that is in Canvas. And I'm just using this, and I'm going to organize everything on my Google Calendar on my iPad, as well as this paper calendar that I'll be hanging up on my wall. I'm also color coding my assignments. So class will probably just be in like a regular pen, but exams are going to be in red. Quizzes I will put in blue. No, I'm not going to put it in blue. Quizzes I'll put in purple. Patient-centered care I'll put in light pink. And micro lab I'll put in blue. And this is going to change every month because our labs change up every month. But I think I'm going to use these main colors. You know what? I think I may want to switch PCC to hot pink instead of light pink, just because that's what I want to do. So I'm probably going to use these colors. And of course class will just be like a regular thing. Small group I will use light pink. I also have a calendar that has like all the exams and different things like that. So I'm going to also start with putting all the exams on the calendar first, just so we know like when the exam day is.
Not a toys, keep it coming, you a rider. It's that roll myself a day and count my figure shit. It's that stepping out, I feel like I'm that nigga shit. I drop 30 on this room, we ain't gon' sleep for shit. If I catch you nodding off, then it's gon' be some shit. Well, you can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spit what you wanna, be who you wanna be. We don't stutter till I D.I.E. You can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spit what you wanna, be who you wanna be. We don't stutter till I D.I.E. Fuck it, I just run it up before I go.
Okay, y'all, so it's been about, I honestly don't know how long it's been, maybe 30 to 45 minutes. So I've already kind of like written everything down that I need on my calendar, but now I'm going to put it into Google Calendars. So I'm going to get on my phone and kind of show y'all how I'm going to do this. That way you can see how organized it can get. Hey TikTok, today I'm going to show you all how I created my calendar as a medical student. So first, I coordinated my Canvas schedule with the paper calendar that you see sitting on my bed. And then eventually I downloaded Google Calendars into my iPad, and I just copied everything that was on my paper calendar into the app. So as you can see, I have lecture at 10 a.m. That's going to last for 2 hours, so 10 to 12. And I just put it in there. I typed it in, put the time in, and I also color coded it. So the good thing about this is that you can color code everything that you have going on. So it's easier to look at to see what you have going on throughout the day. I also made some time to put in some gym time and some content editing, of course, so I can have a life. So as you can see, I did all that. I color coded everything. The gym is red, of course, because it has to stand out. And eventually I synced everything up to my phone, and this is how you can see my day-to-day through my phone. If you like this TikTok, follow for more. Okay, so right now I'm going to start doing some prep work for tomorrow's class. I think tomorrow we will be doing cell biology. So I'm just going to do some prep work. I think we're going to talk about the plasma membrane or something like that. So I'm going to do some prep work in Canvas, and that's what I'm doing right now. I kind of like to watch on the big screen so I can see videos and, I don't know, just take notes on my iPad. I feel like I've always been a prep person. Like, I've always done my pre-work for chemistry and the other classes that required it. I've just always done it because it's made it easier for me to understand things, and I'd rather just go in with an understanding than having to play catch up after we've already had the lecture and I have to ask a bunch of questions. It just makes me feel more prepared. You can call it being an overachiever, but it worked for me, and I was a student athlete doing it, so I created the time for it. So I'm doing it now. I kind of did some prep yesterday for lecture today, but I didn't really feel like as prepared as I wanted to. So I think I'm also going to go back over today's lecture. I'm going to go over the prep for the lecture because it was weird. It was almost like the prep was more detailed than the actual lecture today, which was really weird. But I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to miss any information. And on top of that, I feel like I just need a better review of what I'm learning. So today we went over DNA replication. We didn't really go over the central dogma that much. I think we're going to do that on Thursday. But I didn't really feel like I got as good of a grasp on it during lecture than I did in the prep. So I'm going to go over the prep for today and the prep for tomorrow. And I'll probably take a little bit of notes. The prep isn't meant to be like a full-on lecture here at home. It's really just meant to get you familiar with the content, honestly. So that's all I'm doing. I may take a couple notes, may jot some stuff down, but that's really it.
You can either sit and be with all of these haters beyond you. Wanna say like me, yeah. One that you call and you talk to, girl. I'll share my world with you. You're gonna waste your time, waste your time, baby. I mean honestly, open your eyes and see. Giving you what you need. Waste your time, baby. You can have all the space, all that you need. It's no pressure if you got time to waste it, baby. And I ain't worried about them. Girl, you all that I see, and I am who I am, and I be where I be. If you ever hit me on the late night, I'll give you a clear mind. Might give you some insight. I'll share my world with you. Waste your time, I mean honestly, open your eyes and see. Waste your time, waste your time, you can have all the space, all that you need. It's no pressure if you got time to waste it, baby. Close your eyes, get away. Make my mind, I'm afraid of it. Beautiful, girl, you stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing.
Okay, y'all, so we kind of got off to a late start. I decided I wasn't going to go to lecture today just because we had a lot of information already on Canvas. We weren't really going to be going over much in lecture besides like some polls, questions, and things like that. So I stayed in. I'm about to go work out. Right now it is like, I think it's 1 o'clock right now. So I think I got started around 10:30-ish. So I have some things to do. Earlier I was doing my preparatory modules, and I'm also in the middle of going over the information that we learned today. So later on today, after I go to the gym, which I'm about to go right now, I'm going to go over the preparatory information for tomorrow, because I like to prep everything, that way come tomorrow I won't be confused or I'll be on top of my stuff. So yeah. Okay, y'all, so right now I'm sitting at my desk. I think the last time we spoke, I was about to start studying again because I was gonna work out, and that was a whole thing because we couldn't find where a specific gym was, and it took us a long time, so we were walking around campus for hours. But that counted as my workout today, so I wasn't too upset. came back and I started to go over again like today's lecture. I think I told y'all earlier that I like to do the prep stuff before lecture, but I woke up later today. I did not go to lecture today because a lot of the information was already in Canvas. It already had like voiceovers and everything for the PowerPoint, so I just didn't go. And I haven't decided if I want to keep going to lecture. I may, if it's like a certain subject that I'm interested in, or maybe if I feel like we're going to be learning harder things. I'm not really sure, but I don't think I'm going to make going to lecture, actually showing up in class, as much of a priority if most of the information found is just going to be in Canvas in itself. We'll see. I haven't decided. It's only the second day, so I'm just going with the flow, seeing what works for me, and that's what I would encourage other students to do. MS2s have told me to just try different things, like try different study tactics. Whatever worked for you in undergrad, you can try those things too, but be open to other things because it's going to be easier for you to really find what works for you. And if honestly if your undergrad technique worked for you, then keep that. But I'm just saying, be open to different things and be open to trying different things. Don't stress out too much. It's your first week, your first test, your first month of school, so you're not expected to be super perfect. But anyways, I was studying, going over the PowerPoint today, which was kind of a lot of information. We've kind of been starting with just the principles of medicine. So my lecture today was on like plasma membranes, extracellular matrix, and organelles, and the different diseases that go along with like the disorders that come from the dysfunction of those organelles. So we talked about that today, and then we have clinical epidemiology tomorrow. I have a small group for that, so I guess we meet in smaller groups to talk about clinical epidemiology every week. And I have a quiz tomorrow, so I'm about to go over the PowerPoint for the quiz today. It is 7:57, so I like to get done with my days around 8 p.m. But again, I started later today, and I will probably not start this late again. I started around 10:30. That was really late, so I probably won't ever do that again because I like to really be done and shut off everything by 8 p.m. I don't mind looking over like Anki flashcards before I go to bed, or maybe that's not a good idea to be thinking that hard before you go to bed. But I don't mind doing that later on in the day, like looking at Anki flashcards, because I like that. It helps stimulate my mind, helps me remember the things that I learned hours ago. But I don't want to be doing any work like I'm doing now. So it's about to be 8 o'clock, and I'm about to look over the PowerPoint for the epidemiology quiz that we have tomorrow. And after that, I think I'm just gonna chill out and eat. I'm really not that hungry, but I may eat and watch Married to Medicine before I go to bed. I think I'm gonna go to bed kind of early, around 10:30, so I think that's what I'm gonna do, and that'll be the end of my day. I had to go run out to Best Buy to get me an SD card reader for this camera and another memory card, so that was my little errand for the day. But I think that's it.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, hell.
All right, y'all, so it's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday, right?
No, it's Wednesday.
No, it is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, and I'm sitting here with my lovely friends. We'll have you introduce themselves. Y'all seen her 18,000 times. Give us your name.
My name is Lainey.
Give us your name.
I'm Brianna.
So we're sitting here waiting for this Anki session. So like, I've used Anki before for the MCAT, but for some reason it's just a whole lot harder now to try to get everything because it's just too much information. So we're waiting on an Anki session that's in about an hour. I'm eating right now, and we had like some lecture in some small group today. So I'm a little overwhelmed just because it's just a lot of resources. Hey!
Small group.
It was okay. It wasn't
Look at
bad.
y'all eating your own food. Smart.
Yeah.
I have my food, but I was like, let me eat. I didn't want to try something else.
You're back.
What'd you end up eating?
God.
I got a bagel. It's like smoked salmon bagel. They
That's a
recommended
popular
it.
one at Alpine.
That's what I heard. There's another one, right? Is there another one?
I don't know. I know people get that salmon one though. The smoked salmon one a lot.
It's good to hear.
Does it have like papers on it too?
I have no idea.
I'm not a smoked salmon.
Me neither. Not on a bagel.
Yeah. Well, I'll let y'all eat. I'm just going.
Okay.
Dinner,
Hey, what's poppin'?
Yeah, I'm finished right here.
Check out for lunch.
ham and cheese.
Something boring.
It's better than what I got because I don't have it. After this, I'll be
Yeah.
How's it going though? What y'all think about that quiz?
It wasn't that bad.
It was easier. I thought it was gonna be like calculations. Yeah, Alright, y'all come on over here, so I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, y'all, so last time you saw me, I was outside waiting for an Anki session to start, and now I'm on the way to the mall because I'm very frustrated right now. And it's not even because of the material. The material is not the issue. The issue is the access to resources. So for some reason my computer is being very weird. All of my data is pretty much gone. I only have 3 gigabytes left on my computer, when just like about a week ago I had 30 gigabytes, like almost 30. So I'm not really sure what caused this, and I'm extremely frustrated because I have to download Anki onto my computer, which I've done that before, but the specific deck that I need takes 3 gigabytes of storage, and every time I try to download something, it like doesn't finish all the way. Like literally I'll get to the last bit of storage that I need for the Anki deck, and it'll say like failed or whatever. So I'm gonna go to the Apple store to figure out what's going on. The last time that I went to the Apple store, they helped fix my computer, and hopefully I can start studying, because the issue, like I said, is not material, but I'm someone who does need Anki in order to like know how to like embed it in my brain. And of course people in medical school say like, okay, well, try different things, like try different methods to see what works for you. I know Anki works for me. Anki has worked for me for the MCAT. I'm a flashcard person. I've always been a flashcard person. I'm sweating because it's hot outside, but it's cold in lecture, so that's why I had this on. And I've always been a flashcard person whenever it comes to learning things. I've always been that way. So I have to go get this fixed. I'm about to go to the mall to see if they can fix my computer. That way I can finally download Anki. That way we can start just going over some flashcards. I feel like that's the only thing that can be used for studying, because like I said, we're doing principles of medicine right now, which is not like it's not a topic, right? It's not like histology or cardiology or nephrology. It's not a study of an organ. It's kind of just going over like DNA replication, cell biology, like micro, like different stuff like that you learn like back in, you know, in college and like for the MCAT. So I don't think that there are like specific questions that I can like ask myself. They've given us different resources like USMLE-RX, and we also have access to Sketchy, Boards and Beyond, and Pathoma, but we can't use any of those right now because we're not that deep into the curriculum to even use those as a resource. So that's what I'm about to do right now, and I'm probably gonna go out to eat and grab a drink later, just because I feel like I need to decompress, because there's just been a lot of things that aren't going right in regards to like the resources, just trying to figure things out. It's not the material, it's just a transition in schedule that kind of frustrates me sometimes, which I get like that. Even moving into a new apartment, like it's frustrating because things don't work and you have to wait for things to work, and then your room is a mess and you can't come back to your home and feel relaxed and decompressed because your room's a mess, your house is a mess. Like transitioning has always been like a struggle for me. Once I transition, I'm good. But actually getting into the process of figuring out what works, what doesn't work, waiting, being patient, like I hate that stuff. So especially when I'm like in medical school, like this is not something that is just easy, like you know, easy going. Like no, this is like stuff that you're gonna get every day, compounding information. So I like to tackle my information like head on, and I can't do that if I don't have the resources. So I'm about to head to the mall, fix this computer. I think I have some other things to run, some errands to run. I have to drop off something to return. Remember that Victoria's Secret, that Victoria's Secret like bedtime outfit that I got from my friend's dinner? I'm gonna return that because that was way too much money. And then that's pretty much it. I'm gonna come back home and go over some things for tomorrow, review some things that I learned over the past 2 days, and I also have to prep for patient-centered care tomorrow, which is the course that you learn how to be a doctor. I have to go over some readings for that as well, because we have assignments to do before we can actually get into the class. So I'm going to do that, and then hopefully I'll be done with all that before like 6 or 7 p.m. And then I'm going to go grab some food, and that'll probably be the end of my day. Hey y'all, it is Thursday, and I have PCC today, so I was extremely productive today. I got up at 7-ish, 7:30, and I started on my lecture. I didn't go to lecture, but I did watch it online, took some notes, answered some questions. We did some poll questions. I seemed to like understand a lot of the concepts, so I also did that. And then I did my pre-work for PCC, patient-centered care, which, remember, that's the class where you have to learn how to be a doctor. Like it teaches you how to be a doctor. So I did my pre-work for that. And I also did my pre-work for the histology lab that we have tomorrow. So we have a lot going on. The foundations course is just like a lot, honestly. Just a lot of different moving parts. The only thing that I have to do is prepare for the lecture that we have tomorrow regarding genetics. So that won't take me long. I'm eating real quick because I got here early. I'm like 10 minutes early. I have like 8 more minutes. I'm gonna try to scarf most of this down. I'll probably talk to y'all after, because after this, I don't have anywhere to be. I don't have any class. I don't have any lecture. I don't have any lab. I don't have anything to do. I'll be out of here at 5 p.m. So we'll see. I do have some errands to run, but we'll see how many errands I actually get to today. Okay, so I have some Amazon finds that I got. I'll show them to you. So I was at work like in the summertime, and let me scoot this camera back. So I was at work, and this lady just had on some really good smelling perfume. I don't really know what it was. I know what it was. So I was like, what is that? She said it was amber white oil. So it's an oil, y'all. It's not a perfume. Ooh, it smells just like her. It's an oil. And, you know, you just rub it on and you smell so good. Like, she smelled so good. And the smell lingered. And it wasn't like a perfume, like, ooh, my throat hurts type of perfume smell. It wasn't a super flowery smell. It was like, ooh, like a clean, like warm smell. Like, this is what it looks like. So, oh gosh, this smells just like what I want to smell like. Oh gosh, this smells so good. Like, I would love to hug someone that smells like this. So I got that. I also got some things for my iPad, because my iPad came with a case and everything, but I don't like the case. So here we have a screen protector, and this screen protector feels like paper. We take notes with our iPad mainly, right? So like, there's no paper and pencil. Like, it's too much writing to be trying to do that, to be trying to copy the things off of a PowerPoint slide. So this screen protector is like a paper screen protector. Like, it feels like paper, because sometimes when you're writing on the iPad, it just feels too slippery. Like your words are all jumbled up and like your penmanship is terrible. But this is like supposed to be easier to grip, easier for the pen to grip. So I got that. The last thing that I got is a wireless keyboard, but it's also like an iPad case. I wanted the keyboard, that way I had the option to type, because I'm a pretty good typer, and if I want to just add something extra without writing on my iPad, like, I wanted to have the option. And I think it's in the color blue. I guess I'll unbox it. I don't think I want to unbox it right now. I guess I'll unbox it. Hold on one second. So I'm going to show y'all what this looks like. So it's this color. It's pretty, right? It's kind of like Carolina blue. I guess that's kind of why I chose it, but I thought it was cute regardless. So I wanted like a pastel color. And yeah, it opens up like this. Isn't that so cute? That's cute, right? Period. I thought that was cute. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Easy to carry, and it does a 2-in-1. So those are things that I got from Amazon. I think for the rest of the day, y'all, I was so productive today. I'm gonna go over what I did again, because I think I told y'all earlier this morning, but I looked at the lecture today. I did the like practice questions that the lecture coincided with. I think the lecture was about like transcription and translation, and then the practice questions were about everything that we learned this week, which we learned a lot of stuff this week. A lot of it was review, but some of it wasn't. And so, you know how you're trying to retrieve stuff from your brain is still like studying? That's kind of how I felt this week. So I went through the lecture. I did the practice questions. I did the rest of my reading for PCC, which was a class that I just came from. This is the class that teaches you how to be a doctor, which I had to read about
20 or so pages for PCC. I did that, and I also did the pre-work for a histology lab tomorrow, which is going over PowerPoint. I did that. I did all that, y'all, and then I had PCC from 2:30 to 5. There, we kind of just like talked about, of course, we introduced ourselves, and the group was maybe like 7 or so people, and we talked about like just what a chief complaint is, what an HPI is, what we're learning, and that's basically to take a history, social, family, medical, past, just a history, and learning how to, I guess, just delegate the different things that the patients are saying, and I guess use the history to try to figure out a diagnosis. Of course, like, we're first years, we're literally only a week in, not even a week in as a medical student, so there are no high expectations. But the class is really just meant to be a safe place to learn to be a doctor. I think I'm going to really like that class. And it was pretty easy today, so I was pretty excited about just knowing what we're going to be doing next. Eventually, we'll be moving into the physical exam where we're going to need our stethoscopes. And, but until then, we're going to be learning the history, learning how to take a history, and learning how to still remain like focused on the patient. And not just be like jotting stuff down, like jotting whatever they say down, like actually be personable, be empathetic, have a conversation. So I'm excited about that. I'm not really going to be doing anything for the rest of the night besides studying my Quizlet, because I made a Quizlet for all the terms that we learned up until today. So today is Thursday, and we've been learning ever since Monday. So I made kind of like a Quizlet going over all the terms that I didn't really know. I'm going to go over that tonight, and then I'm going to there's pre-work for this lecture that we have tomorrow about genetics. The thing about what I'm learning right now is that there will be times where there's a lot of like prep work to do before your lecture, and that takes up a lot of time. Like if you don't do that first, like it takes a lot of time. So I think my schedule will be basically to do prep work like literally 24 hours before the class. Like if I have prep work tomorrow, I'm going to do it this morning, like just so I can not be, so boggled down whenever it comes to it being the end of the day, and I don't want a lot of work to do, but I have to do all this prep work, because this prep work is like a lot of reading. It's not just like, oh, let me look up this PowerPoint and let me just skim over this and that. I'm learning that like you could skim, because some of the prep stuff they don't necessarily talk about in class, but I don't think it's a good practice to put into just your schedule in general if you're trying to be a successful student. So anyways, a little bit of a ramble, but I'm going to look at that pre-work. It shouldn't be that much. I think this one shouldn't be that much. So I'm going to look over that probably before I go to sleep. And then I'm going to go over those flashcards, those Quizlet flashcards. I love going over Quizlet. It just helps me learn so much faster. And that's pretty much it. That's all I'm doing for the rest of the day. It is 7:46. So I have a lot of time to just chill. I'm going to eat. I got some Jimmy John's. I'm going to eat a little bit of that, and then I'm going to take a shower and look over the pre-lab or the pre-work and for Quizlet, and then I'm just going to go to sleep. I'll probably watch me a little bit of Married to Medicine, and that'll be it for me, y'all. So I'll catch you on Friday tomorrow.
So to give y'all an idea of like what I'm doing for, I guess, like my pre-reading, this is for like genetics, and it's actually way more than I thought. So we're like going over, I guess, karyotypes and like chromosome number and things like that, and things that can go wrong. So it's a lot, y'all. This is a lot more reading than I thought I had to do. Like this is a whole lot. So this is a 4th lecture, so I can't imagine that we would actually like be, quizzed on this anytime soon. Lately, this is just what we've been doing all week, having these long readings. And sometimes the readings aren't necessarily relevant to, what we're actually talking about in class. Like, it's not like we're actually going to get quizzed directly on what it is. It's just good to take a good habit of, just doing the pre-work. So I'm going to get started on this and do some flashcards and then head to bed. So good night. Hey y'all, it is Sunday and I'm not really feeling too well. COVID's just been going around the school, and I'm afraid that I may be the next culprit. So I'm going to end this vlog here. I'm just going to get some rest. Hopefully this won't impact my studying or anything, because I feel like I kind of had the harder effects over the weekend. Like really Friday and Saturday really hit me hard. Today I'm feeling better. I'm feeling good enough to actually edit and study and actually use my brain. So I'm hoping that this doesn't impact my studying, because we have a test in a week and I do not have the time to be playing these games. So y'all just pray for my recovery. And so far I do feel like I'm recovering, thank the Lord. And I'll see y'all in the next one. And just stay tuned and we'll get back to our regular scheduled programming.